Sapp, and today I'm not here for a regular official TEC podcast. We're here to do something a little bit different today. In the building, say what up to the people, man.
Yo, what's up, everybody? TEC Nation, everybody else, how y'all doing? Glad to be back once again.
All right. And, we may not have had him in a few weeks, but we got my man, one of the creators, Mr. VTCRB. Say what up, man.
What's up, everybody? I had to come back to keep Sapp straight. He's getting a little, out of line, so I got to get him back straight.
As usual, you cannot keep me in the line, sir. Okay, and we got some new blood today. My man Exogenesis, say what up to the people, young blood.
What up, new blood here. TEC, how's it going?
Hey, man, we doing pretty good. Oh, look, I'm speaking for the whole TEC Nation. I don't know, shit. Someone might be doing shitty. I don't know. But anyway, listen, this is what we're here to do with you guys today. As usual, me, Thrillz, Blindside, we normally have these podcasts, and a lot of times we have guests from outside of the site on here, but I feel like it's important that the regular TEC blood gets a chance to get on here and we could just kick it, we could just chill. So this is more of a relaxed, casual podcast. And the first order of business is hopefully to get a name for this thing. Now, does anybody have any suggestions on what we should call this shit? I have no idea.
I don't know. Lady Chaos made fun of my suggestions, so I'm gonna be quiet here.
Exo has suggested that we call it the TEC Melting Pot, and I believe the Lady Chaos, or it might have been me, somebody said that it sounded like a gay strip club. Not that I have anything against gay strip clubs, you just won't ever catch me in there. That's all I'm saying.
I kind of like the...
Kind of like, what?
Sorry. My cut out there for a minute. I apologize.
No, it's all good, man. We couldn't hear you. What do you find, VT?
TEC Chill Zone.
The TEC Chill Zone, man. Maybe we need to do a vote on it. Thrillz, you got any ideas, man?
I ain't really thought of none right now, man. It'll have to come to me.
Yeah, we didn't put you on the spot. So how about this? If we make a thread for it, man, maybe we could all throw some suggestions in there. We can vote on it, and that'll be handled. So anyway, man, before we even get into it, man, how the rest of you guys doing, man? How's the beginning of the week been going for you guys?
Work.
I only work weekends, so great for me. Plus, my Cowboys did slap around the Saints last night, so that made for a good evening.
Congrats on that. It won't be a lot. You won't have a lot of those this year, so enjoy it.
Already had 3 of them, so I'm happy.
Okay. A little bit of shit talk.
That means you get 5 more.
Hey, we're good up until November.
Yeah, man. Y'all good for an 8-8 season.
Yeah, November. As long as if we can get to 9 wins by November, we're straight.
Exo, man, what's been going on with you so far? What's been going on with you these past few days?
Oh, nothing, man. I woke up yesterday. It was summer. Went to bed. And woke up today and it's fall all of a sudden overnight. It's messing with me.
The shit. All they need is a minute to just change the seasons on your ass.
Yeah, this Wisconsin weather. Usually it's a little more gradual, but no, overnight all the leaves are falling and allergies kicking in, all that fun stuff.
Man, can I get a hashtag fuck the weather, please?
I second that, yeah. Hashtag that.
So we've already addressed what we're gonna call this. We're gonna look into maybe doing a little vote on that. So guys, I wanna start with some casual stuff, guys. We got the NBA season coming up soon, man, and I was just curious as to what do you guys think about the season. Who? First of all, let's start with this. Who do you guys think are the favorites this upcoming season in the NBA?
The Bucks.
Get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
No, I gotta stick with the Spurs, man. Until you dethrone the Spurs, it's tough to pick anyone else.
So you're not worried about the fact that the Spurs, are all 1 year older with Ginobili and Duncan in the higher part of those 30s.
Yeah, I kind of thought that the last 2 or 3 years, but they seem to keep it up, and it's hard to jump ship.
True shit.
Plus, they got the new secret. Well, the Spurs got the new secret weapon too. They just drafted Kyle Anderson from UCLA.
Okay.
And I think they just keep reloading.
You really sold on Kyle Anderson, man?
Oh, dude, I love Kyle Anderson. He's slow as I couldn't even. He's slower than a tortoise.
So why do you love him so much? What is it about Kyle Anderson?
He's unselfish, unbelievable court vision. He's just a great passer.
So you feel like he just fits in their system perfectly?
Yep, perfect.
What position do you think he'll play? One he can play pretty much 1 through 3, yeah.
Oh, and they can slide him to the 4 like they do DL if he gets in the right situation. I think he'll play small forward to start with.
Yeah, I'm about to say, do you really think he's big enough to play the 4 though?
In a pinch, he could. In a pinch, I don't think he played. Maybe 5 minutes a night max. Foul trouble, something like that happened. Duncan needed to take a break. DL needed a rest.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I could see somebody like a strong power forward like David West just bodying him and eating him for lunch, man.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't bring him in against West. You keep him in against the second team.
Yeah, I can dig that. Play him against like a Bosch or something like that, right?
Yep.
Thrillz, man. What you got any opinion on the favorites for the NBA this year?
Man, I mean, how can you not look at Cleveland?
Yeah, that was good. I was waiting on somebody to say Cleveland.
I just don't think Cleveland has a defense.
You got to say it, man. Nobody really wants to say it, but you got to say it, man. I mean, they looking scary.
Offensively, I got to say, yeah, they're head and shoulders. But besides LeBron, they don't. I just see them weak at the defensive end. I really do.
But look,
I think they don't have a dark horse fall through on the defense, though. I think they don't have nobody that's really been out there on defense, but I think they're gonna have somebody step up really for the team.
If you really look at the Cleveland roster compared to Miami, who do you think has the better roster? Like, let's look at Miami last year. A Miami team that made it to the finals and compare them to Cleveland. Do you really think that Miami's roster could stand up to Cleveland's roster without LeBron?
Oh no, but I just think the other teams surrounding got better. Look what the Clippers went out and did. I mean, the Clippers loaded. I mean, not with big splashy names. They added Glenn Davis, Carlos Delfino, Jordan Farmore, Chris Douglas Roberts, Spencer Hawes. I mean, none of those are a huge jump off the page list. None of them are starters. But that's one heck of a bench. If a guy goes down, Jordan Farmer's a great point guard. I mean, he always has been. He's just not a starter. People try to turn him into a starter. He's not a starter.
Yeah, and he's not flashy, but he does a lot of things right that he doesn't really get a lot of credit for.
Yeah, I just don't see Cleveland. I mean, looking at Cleveland's roster, I really, like I say, LeBron's. I mean, will Gordon Hayward stay? I mean, will he even make a training? Is he going to play? Varejao, he's kind of dinged up. I mean, they added Mike Miller, James Jones, but neither one of them can play D. They're spot-up shooters. Now, Sean Marion, I think, is the most interesting signing that they made.
Absolutely, man. I felt like Sean Marion's always been an underrated player. I mean, first of all, if you see the way his jump shot makes you think he's a scrub as soon as you see it, because it looks like a 11-year-old at the park. You know what I'm saying? Trying to shoot a ball. That shit is terrible, man.
That's not even a jump shot. I don't really know what the jump key is. I don't know what coach let him get away with that when he was younger, but.
But I mean, shit. I guess when you're that talented, it's just like, fuck it, man. Let it rock. I guess.
Take it to the whole dunk. I mean, heck, he used to be. His athleticism was off the chart.
Absolutely, man. So let me ask y'all this then: is Cleveland's big three right now better than the original big three? Not aging Dwayne Wade and 3-point shooting Chris Bosh. But when the big three first got together, how do you think they stack up against LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving?
All on the lights. Well, I think the first thing, individually, yeah, they're all great. But I think something that a lot of people forget about is you can have all these great individual players, but how good is their chemistry going to be together? How well are they going to play together? How is their team defense going to be? How are they going to play together to be a good team? You can have all the great individual players you want, but it's team game. I mean, and the Spurs were the prime example of that, and that's the biggest thing I'm worried about. And I shouldn't say I'm worried about it, but it's the biggest question mark for me is how they're going to play together.
I think they're going to struggle to start, just like the Heat did when they first signed the Big Three.
Right, and they did, yeah.
True, that's true. So, Thrills, let me ask you this. How many games, since you picked Cleveland to be one of your favorites, how many games you think Cleveland can win this year, man?
Man, I'm gonna give them about 60. I'm gonna give them 55, 60.
And that's actually what I was gonna say, man. Like, it might not be a popular opinion, but I think a LeBron that has really established himself, won a couple championships, and has that confidence, with a Kevin Love who y'all already know how I feel about Kevin Love, man. I feel like Kevin Love has been underrated for years, and then I think Kyrie's coming into his own, man. Like, I think they could get 50. I think 55 easy, in my opinion. What do y'all think?
Oh, I mean, if they come out, if they mesh, I mean, they're capable of winning 63 games. Problem is, when do they learn to play off of each other? I mean, you've got three guys that have been the focal point coming together. And just like the original Big Three, it's going to take them time to mesh. I mean, who's bringing the ball to the court, LeBron or Kyrie? LeBron has yet to play with a point guard that is as ball dominant as Kyrie. And I really think it's going to be an issue to start with.
Right. I think they're all going to need to learn to adapt to each other. It's not going to be – they're not going to tip off and be dominant right away. It's going to take them – there's going to be a learning curve.
And I kind of wonder if LeBron's not going to play more power forward and let Kevin Love play some center. Because you've got Dion Waiters. I mean, the Cavs – I mean, all the Cavs have are – I mean, look, small forwards and wings. The only big men they have on the roster are Brendan Haywood and Bergeron. Well, Tristan Thompson. But, I mean, you got Kyrie, LeBron, James Jones, Mike Miller, Sean Marion, Dion Waiters.
I've always hated Tristan Thompson, man. I thought even when he was drafted, what was he drafted, like number 4, number 5, I think?
I think he was he 7th? He might have been 7th. I'd have to look.
I know he was at the very least he was a top 7 pick, man. And when it happened, I was like, what the fuck are they doing, man? The Cavs cannot draft. I'm sorry, man. Between Waiters, and I know a lot of people love Waiters, man. Like, I heard somebody say he was underrated at a 76 with the NBA 2K ratings. What is he, a 76, 78, something like that? And people were saying he's underrated. Anybody that thinks Waiters should be at over an 80 overall right now needs to be shot in the back. I'm sorry.
Well, if you look at some of the, I think a lot of that goes off what some of the other ratings are coming out as.
That's true. That's true.
You look at some of the ratings. It's a little. It's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get interesting.
Man, have y'all got a chance to look at all those ratings? I mean, they've pretty much all been released at this point. Have you guys got a chance to look at them yet?
I just updated the up to number 11 now. James Harden's the 11th one. I'm on the thread now.
All right, now we got my man Coach 2K situated, man. Now we got him in the building. How you doing, Coach?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, anytime, man, anytime. Now, like I was saying earlier, just for the people that are out there listening, we have a general official TEC podcast, but this one is a lot more casual, man, where we're just kind of shooting the breeze and just chit-chatting it up, man. Now, we just got finished talking about the NBA. Now, we're actually getting ready to talk about NBA 2K. And VT, I know you were saying that you were a little disappointed about the lack of information about 2K Next Gen, man. Can you go into some detail on that?
Well, I'm more disappointed on the last gen, not the next gen. But
and that's what I meant. I apologize.
That's what I'm here. I keep you in line.
Set me straight, man. Set me straight.
Yeah, well, a little disappointed may be an understatement. It's very, very disappointing. You've got at least 150 to 1,000 people minimum that'll still buy 2K15 for last gen. I think the numbers are quite a bit higher.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, I think they kind of underestimated how many people, like you said, haven't really moved on to the next gen system yet.
Oh yeah, like I sent LD2K a message and I said what are we going to get any info, and basically his response was we've already released the the new modes. We've released crew and what's the new charity one?
Heroes or something.
Yeah, Heroes. That was his big response, and I'm like, that's not what I'm about the nuts and bolts of the game. I'm not I could care less about those modes. I'm about playing association, and they've neglected all of that. And from what I'm just what I'm looking at with the lack of information, I'm thinking the games will be on 2 different rating systems.
Yeah, and that scares me too, man. Especially since I actually want to get both games. I'm actually interested to know how many people actually play on next gen and how many play on last gen. Hey, Thrills, are you going to be on next gen or last gen for NBA 2K?
I'm actually going to be on both.
Okay, see, Thrills is fancy.
I mean, I can't get enough, man. I mean, how can I not be on last gen with everything that VT bringing, and then not be on next gen with everything you and Dries bringing?
Hey,
so
man,
I got to
appreciate that, man.
I got to show love.
What about you, Coach 2K? Are you going to be on both? Are you going to be on one or the other?
Well, I have both systems, but I'll only be on next gen.
Yeah, I know, man. $120, man. Like I said, man. Thrills is balling over there with $120, man.
Sam, don't be acting like you ain't got no money, man. Don't be acting like you ain't got no money.
Like, I'm trying to get like you, Thrills.
You can go ahead. You raise your glass up just like me.
Exo, are you back yet, man?
I'm back. I'm here.
All right. What about you, man? Are you going to be on next gen or last gen?
I'll be on last gen, man, unless I hit it big at the casino or get that winning lottery ticket. But no, I'll be playing on PS3.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. And I guess that's part of the reason. Like I said, out of the 5 of us on here, 2 of us are next gen, and actually 3 next gen, 3 last gen if you actually count Thrills for both. So, I mean, I think they really do need to kind of give some attention to the last gen, because it's not really fair to the people that haven't really upgraded yet. But I guess this is their way of trying to force people into that upgrade, man. So let's briefly talk about the ratings real quick. Coach 2K, have you got a chance to take a look at those ratings that have been released lately?
Yeah, I look mainly at the Pacers. I usually don't pay attention to anybody else.
Yeah. Do you have any opinion on what they're doing with the ratings and how they have kind of changed the system a little bit? Do you think the ratings are spot on, or do you think they might be a little bit off?
Well, I don't think you can really tell from the overall rating, until you can actually play the guys and see what the other ratings are. I don't think the game will play much different than it has in the past, quite honestly.
And that's a good point. So you mean like with a lot of the improvements that they've been touting, you don't really think they're going to make that big of an impact, kind of?
Well, I think they'll make an impact. There'll probably be a little bit of learning curve, but once everybody kind of adjusts to how it works now, then they'll be fine.
Do any of you guys kind of feel like 2K is being a bit overhyped?
I gotta say I do. I think they're being overhyped, and I think NBA Live is getting thrown on the bus for no reason, because from what I've seen, NBA Live, from what I've heard, the NBA Live 14 update that they just released made a heck of an improvement on the game. And then just from the photos and stuff we've seen, and as all of us are on here privy to, we see Fernando's on TEC now, so I am talking a little bit with him. We do exchange some PMs, and I think guys are going to be pleasantly surprised with Live.
Is anybody else?
I would like to be pleasantly surprised.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Thrills. One more time.
No, I'm just saying it's about time to be pleasantly surprised. Like I want Live to win, man. I think all of us on here in some type of way want Live to win. That's where we started before the 2K came around, but I want to see them. I want to see them make a comeback.
Well, I'm so old. I kind of started with Tecmo basketball. I throw myself under the bus and everything, but
yeah, I have too.
Or what was it? The computer game, was it Lakers versus Celtics on the PC?
I think so, man. What about remember on Nintendo, Jordan versus Bird?
Yep.
That shit was terrible, man. Looking back at it, oh my gosh.
It was unreal on some. I mean, if you step back and look at it, I mean, stuff is so far advanced, it's unreal. But the problem is, the more they advance, the more they seem to. It's what I can't understand about the whole 2K live, whichever game. They can do so many features, but they neglect the fine-tuning details, and it makes no sense. I don't see how some of this stuff gets through their testers.
I don't think they're really testing for a lot of the things that we're testing for, though.
Totally agree.
So that just means they need new testers because they're not getting the right people in there.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I really think they need to kind of reevaluate their testing system anyway, because I honestly think that they're okay with the game having glitches and just saying, okay, they'll find them, they'll call us out, and we'll just fix them, and then everybody will be happy. But it shouldn't have to be that way.
Well, it shouldn't be. They're catering to, all of us on here are pretty far, or advanced in our adult age. They don't care about us anymore. All they're looking for is these 10 to, I mean, don't get me wrong, not everybody, but the 10 to 20 year old thing where they say, hey, mom and dad, buy this for me. They're not worried about, so they put the park mode in. I mean, all these gimmicky modes are just not basketball.
Yeah. I feel you, man. But I mean, and then also they you got to think about who they're trying to cater to as well. I mean, they want to cater to the simulation players, but to a certain extent, they are trying to kind of cater to kids too. Because I mean, the kids are a lot of it's a big part of their demographic that they're trying to reach, man. Because they do go get their parents to buy a lot of these games for them, man.
Oh no, I completely agree. But don't go from they went from my player. Then they added the park. Fix one mode. Fix the modes that you have in the game before you keep adding on to that, because all that's doing is create more chaos.
True shit.
Because they don't have a mode that's not fixed yet. There's not a mode that works properly yet.
Can I be honest?
Just when you think they getting it good, getting it where it needs to be, they take it out.
Yep. D-League, prime example.
All right, I got a random question. Like I said, this is something. Oh, actually, I think Coach 2K was about to say something. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking, I remember the days of Dr. J and Larry Bird. That's how far I go back.
Taking it back on them, Coach.
I go way back, so this stuff's all really cool to me.
So it's like,
man, Coach, I was just a memory back then.
Well, that brings up a good point. Coach, what do you think about the lack of detail they put into the actual classic teams, the legend teams? I mean, is that not a slap in the face? I mean, even if you can't get everybody in there, get their likeness or whatever, just the way that they did you Muggsy Bogues, or was it Anthony Mason had Roger Mason's face in the last game? I mean, who doesn't? Any basketball historian knows that's not the right face.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean,
it is mad disrespectful.
Well, I think that if they could get. If it were up to me, we'd have them all in the game, but they probably have licensing issues. But you guys as roster creators, maybe this year you'll be able to put those guys in the game.
Well, they had brought that up with the face scan thing, and then they said that there was somebody brought it up if you could take a computer picture, like they do on the PC, and scan it into the game. But they kind of went over that question. They didn't really want to answer it. So
which means no.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that's going to work. I wish it would.
Yeah. Now see if we could actually take a picture and literally scan it and get the faces of the game, and number two, if we could actually face scan for like regular rosters and draft classes as opposed to just that one mode, that would be perfect. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem like it's the way it's working though.
No, the face scan, it looks like it's just for people that want to put their face on a video game, and that's going to be it. I guess
or for Twitter purposes and streaming purposes.
Yeah.
So this is a totally random question, but like I said, this is the kind of podcast this is tonight. Are there any video game series that you guys could think back on that you really missed that you just wish could really come back?
College Hoops 2K8.
Ooh, College Hoops, taking it back. What about you?
I second that. Yeah, 2K8, College Hoops.
Any other ones? Coach, you got any games that you just really missed? Oh, Adam Jones is actually in the chat. He said MLB Power Pros. I don't even think I remember that game.
Yeah, I never played that one.
What about you, Coach, or EXO? Which games? I mean, or Thrills? Which games do you guys think back that you really just wish they could come back?
Well, Tecmo was a lot of fun.
Ooh.
I played. Me and my friend, we used to play that game. We'd always play best of 7 series, and we'd have to shoot like 80% to win the game. That's how tough it was.
Oh man, see,
if you didn't shoot 80%, you didn't win.
Yeah. No, see that. But you know what? I miss those games. I think one of the games that I really wish could come back. I'm gonna take y'all back, but I know for a while they had actually made a few sequels of this game, but I want them to make a next gen version of Contra.
Oh, Contra. Yeah, that's great.
And I know that's not a sports game, but I don't care. Like I said, we're just talking in general. I would love to see just a 2D side scroller Contra game, because that was when it was fun for me.
Double Dragon, I used to love that game.
Oh shit, Double Dragon!
I remember Contra and Double Dragon kind of went together. Me and my buddies played those, and we'd get to the second level and die every time. I'd be curious to see how we could do now.
Thrills, I know you remember Double Dragon, man.
Oh, for sure. But I got one. I'm gonna pull out the hat on all y'all.
Okay.
River City Ransom.
Yo, River City Ransom was the most underrated Nintendo game ever.
It was GTA before GTA was GTA.
Do any of you guys remember River City Ransom?
Nope, I gotta get a Nintendo now.
Dude, look it up on YouTube. It was so fun, man. And it was
way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time. EXO, tell me you remember River City Ransom, man.
Man, I wish I could tell you that. No, I'll be on YouTube as soon as we're off here.
No, y'all are killing me, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, yo, Messi, you get the Gold Star Award for this podcast for even bringing that back, man. You definitely get the Gold Star Award, man. Are there any other games that you guys could think of that you would like to bring back if you had a chance?
What was the oh man, I gotta think. There was an old wrestling game. Put that out. It was a WCW game. I know WCW folded, but it was like the best. It had everybody in it.
Was it WCW versus the World or no?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that was fucking amazing. You talking on N64,
yep,
right?
N64, yep.
Man, I played a lot of fucking games when I was younger, man.
I tell you, the game that probably was before its time better than any of them.
What's that?
Coach K, really like this, was Coach K basketball.
Oh, man. Now, see...
You could break the backboard in that one.
Yeah, that game was...
Oh, man.
I played that game just to break the backboard in that game, man.
Yeah, because, at that time... Hey, what about this one? Remember Arch Rivals?
Yeah.
Arch Rivals is a good one, too. It was sort of like NBA Jam, but a little bit more, a little less wonky and crazy. Actually, no, I take that back. It was a little more crazy because I think you could punch your opponents in the face in that game.
Yo, Sapp.
What's up, man?
Mutant League football.
Oh,
yes,
man.
sir. Thank you. I was just thinking about that.
Tell me when y'all first played Mutant League football, you couldn't put it down.
But see, this is the bad thing. I only got to play Mutant League football for 1 week when I was in North Carolina visiting my cousin, man. And that was the last time I got to play. The first and last time I played it, man.
All right, let me ask you this, since we are in the random. What was the most hyped sports game, of the last, say 10 years that disappointed you the most? I got this one easy.
Every MLB 2K game? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I have to say, for me, it'd have to be the Madden that converted from, you know what I'm going to say, Sapp?
Oh, from the PS2 Xbox phase to the Xbox 360 PS3 phase?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that shit was terrible.
I think the one that me personally, and I could be wrong about the title for this. I'm getting a little older. What was it? It's All Pro Football, right?
Oh yeah.
All Pro 2K8.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's it. The new, where they had all the legends and everything, and it was supposed to, be 2K's big
Madden killer.
Yeah, and it kind of really fell short. the whole way they set that game up, the gold, bronze, and silver thing, it just...
See, that's what ruined it.
Yeah.
Because I think the game itself, the gameplay wasn't that bad, but the setup of the game was horrendous.
I don't know whoever designed that didn't think that one all the way through.
Coach, were you about to say one?
Well, I was just thinking of old games. I remember playing Blades of Steel. You ever remember that game?
Oh, yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
That was a throwback for the 90s for you, man.
That was fun. Always getting into a fight. Fight!
Yeah, that was like the only reason I played that game, because that was like the first hockey game I've ever played.
Now you just brought me back to the bet. Just when he did that little background noise, Punch Out. Best boxing
Punch
game.
Out was fun.
Oh, man.
That was the most addictive. I've never been so addicted to a game, I don't think, in my life. It was Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Now, let me ask you guys this. I think I can one-up your all-pro football game. Now, a lot of people disagree with me on this, but this was the game that I bought. I even went and got it early, and I hated it. Even though the physics were amazing, I hated this game. Fucking Backbreaker.
Yep.
Yeah, Backbreaker was trash.
Yeah, I was disappointed with that, too.
Actually, did you get a chance to play Backbreaker?
I never played. I think I played the demo, which can't do it justice. So I really can't have an opinion on Backbreaker.
Trust me, Backbreaker, the game is just like the demo.
I believe it. There's a reason I didn't go to the full game.
You are absolutely right, man. Listen, before we get into, because I had a little bit of story time for you guys in a minute, man. But just real quick, before we even get into that, for the last few minutes, I did want to talk about, what do you guys feel about the Street series making a return? I think I talked about this briefly on the last podcast, but I've really been thinking about it a lot, and I really wouldn't mind seeing the Street games come back.
You know, it's funny you asked that, because I had a buddy of mine stop by over lately that I hadn't seen in a while, and he kept talking FIFA Street version 2 or something like that, and he said it's the best game he's ever played in terms of the Street games, and I've been looking for it all over, but no, I love the NBA Street, FIFA Street. They're fun, but I feel like they got a little too repetitive, same thing over and over and over. There wasn't a lot of depth to it, not a lot of replayability, but I've been trying to get my hands on FIFA Street. I think it's FIFA Street Volume 2 or something that's supposed to be pretty good.
I love FIFA Street, man. Love it.
You bring up FIFA. Does anybody play? Because I've never got to play that game yet.
Yeah, man, I play FIFA. I was never into soccer my whole life, and then a good friend of mine, his dad is a professional soccer coach, an indoor soccer coach, and he got me into soccer, and as soon as I actually learned, you know, the ins and outs of the game, and I fell in love. I love soccer. It's soccer games they're a blast, man.
I think that FIFA, like, I've never got a chance to really, I play it, but I've never gotten a chance to dive into it the way I dive into 2K or Madden. But I've heard that FIFA is probably the best sports game out there, from what I hear.
I heard PES.
Yeah,
is better.
yeah, PES.
Oh yeah, that's
I'll take
right.
PES over FIFA any day. I played them both.
Really? So PES? See, I haven't played PES since the PS2 days.
Yeah, PS2 days were the prime, and then I think they got too experimental when they got into 360 and PS3. But the last, I think the last couple of games, they're top notch. FIFA's a little bit more too. It's the problem with soccer games is in real life soccer you play 45-minute halves. No one wants to play for 45 minutes, so they got to kind of get the action in right away, and I think PES does that a lot better than FIFA does, where FIFA feels more like an arcade, where, you want to get some goals in 10 minutes rather than playing for 90 minutes. But PES, I don't know, I just feel like I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. So, Coach, do you know if PES is coming? Is it coming out for next gen?
Well, I don't know. I just got a couple guys in my league are playing it. I can find out for you, but they've been putting up some PES video, and they're like, PES is better than. Well, one of the guys, he said it's better than FIFA.
Well, I would love to get a taste of it, man. So I'm gonna have to look into that, man. Anybody else have anything they wanted to touch on briefly before I get into a quick story and see what you guys have to say about it?
Well, I wanted to ask Coach, since you do run your own online league, are you excited about the ability now to use custom rosters, or are you going to use the default 2K stuff?
Well, I'm a regular roster guy. If there was a way to do that, I'd be really, excited about that. I'm not so sure that, they're going to have the leagues all situated. And if it were me, I'd probably still run it all offline.
Okay.
Just play with friends and play. And that way you always have the current roster mostly. It seems like when you get into the association mode, the hard thing in managing your league is then you got people who want to trade, you got people who don't, and then not everybody sticks with a league. And then if you have a guy who traded his guys away, then you can't replace that team. So it makes it really hard.
Well, I did read that they were only doing for the online with the custom rosters. You could only do one season. I did read that somewhere, so I don't know if they'll patch that later on or not. I'm sure guys will be disappointed about that.
Well, that's probably a good idea anyway, because what happens is when you get into the playoffs in a league, everybody just kind of sits around, they don't know what to do, and they just kind of drift away a little bit from league activity. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Well, I mean, if you do, we'd love to have, if you get your league up and running, we'd love to feature it on the site. We'll get you, hopefully we'll be able to get you some new members if you needed some.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I got a new commissioner now. I get tired of running things, so I got Alabama Rob.
I've heard of him.
And so, yeah, he's a good player, and so he's the guy to get in touch
Alabama
with.
Rob.
Hey, Alabama Rob, we sure would appreciate to have you on TEC as well.
Yeah, I'm sure he might check you out.
Yeah.
So guys, look, our time is running low. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, my time is running a little bit low. So I do want to look. Like I said, this is a very random podcast. I just wanted to share something with you guys, man, and then I wanted to get you guys' opinion on something. Earlier today at work, we had a meeting. So all of our we have counselors that work outside of the office, but they don't really come to the office that often because they work out in the field. But today we had a meeting, so everybody was there. So it was about 20 of us in the office. Now me, I'm a big dude, man. I'm 6'2", 220, man. So I have to keep my food on me. So I kept some food in the refrigerator, man. So at the end of the meeting, I realized that not only has somebody eaten 2 of my apples, but they ate my damn yogurt too. Now let me tell you something, man. I cannot stand when people at work mess with food that doesn't belong to them. I just wanted to roundhouse kick whoever did it in the face. Now, the worst part is that I have no idea who did it. So my first question to you guys is, how do I handle this situation? And number 2, is there anything that people do at work that just aggravates the hell out of you?
You got to label your food as a poisonous. Just put a big sticker on it that says poisonous. Don't let them eat it.
Well, that's how you find out who did it. You just, you poison the apple, and whoever dies, that's your thing right there.
There you go.
Hey, no, Sapp, do this. We actually did this one time when I won't mention where at. Get a syringe, put a little bit of X-Lax in it, and whatever you're eating that people will take, and I guarantee it won't take long to find out who does it.
Man, I should put some Epicac in there, man. And isn't that the name of the stuff that makes you vomit?
I think so.
See, I fuck around and go to jail, man.
But what happens if no one steals it and then you want to eat it? It's ruined then. You can't eat it.
Yeah.
Then he gets a couple days off work.
True.
There you go.
Exactly. There we go. See,
paid
this is
vacation.
A foolproof plan. Okay, so now that we know how to handle it, briefly, do you guys have is there anything that you guys have to deal with at work, or is there anything that people do at work that just absolutely pisses you guys off or annoys you guys?
Well, I've probably been working longer than all you guys.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think just expecting me to do stuff, that's the biggest problem I have at work.
Showing up?
Yeah, I didn't want to show up, man.
I'd have to say, and I know this will probably get some of our younger viewers aggravated, but man, the younger generation is just lazy. I mean, it's just unreal.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you.
Are you guys talking about yourself there?
Nah, no. When I say young, actually it started, I would say it started with my generation and below. I'm 36, so.
Oh, okay.
And I'm 29, but I still
Sapp
feel
generation
like
really ruined it.
No, see, hold on, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man, we blew it. Sapp, we blew it, man.
And XO, I forgot. Yep.
I guess we did, man. I guess we did. But you know what? That's okay, though. So, okay. What about you, Thrillz or XO? Is there anything that you guys have to deal with at work that you just go in there and it just aggravates the hell out of you?
Bad breath, man.
Oh, here's the breath.
Brush y'all teeth.
That goes beyond work. That's
Breath
anyone.
is so underrated, man. I tell you, it is so underrated. It's so important to have fresh breath, man, all the times.
Hey, Thrillz, does that mean we need to go back to the overrated, underrated game on the official podcast this week?
Hey, we might have to hit that up.
Yeah, people, if you out there listening, just smell your breath real quick. If your breath is funky, pause the podcast and just go brush your teeth and then come back. We'll wait.
It's not the teeth, it's the tongue. They got to brush the tongue.
Absolutely.
That's where your odor comes from.
Absolutely.
TEC, we even give you guys proper teeth brushing etiquette here. What can you not get from this site? We do it all, guys. We do it all. What about you, XO?
Man, what drives me nuts is people, you work with people and you get into kind of a clique, and then, you go out with people, you're hanging out at work with people and they want to go out afterwards. You go out afterwards and you're outside of work and all they do is talk about work. It's like,
oh, yeah, that's annoying.
Right? It's like, okay, we can talk about work as much as you want while we're there, but now that we're gone, we're out, we're having a good time, shut up about it. I don't want to think about work. I don't want anything going on about work outside of work.
Yeah,
and that seems to be the case with a lot of people. I've had a lot of different jobs, so.
But I think that some people, like, they think they have friends at work, but if you can't talk about anything else but work when you're outside of work, then that's probably not your real friend. Y'all are just work buddies.
Right, exactly, yeah.
That's annoying as hell. I also can't stand the people that have to be gossiping about something. Like, they have to be putting somebody's business out. It could be somebody you don't even know. Like, they just come up to you and be like, "Ooh, I heard my next door neighbor got her kids taken away." Like,
it's high school all over again.
I don't even know your neighbor. Like, why are we talking about this right now? Shit, it's annoying, man. It's annoying. But I think I'm not even gonna lie, man. I might have to get Thrillz a second goal star. Actually, I might have to get this goal star to Coach 2K, because just for people expecting me to show up to work, I don't want to go to work. Stop asking me to come.
Yeah, I don't think I could beat that. Coach 2K hit that one on the head, man.
Hey, I've been working a lot longer than you guys. I know.
Yeah,
I know these things.
You get the editor's corner gold star for that response, sir.
I got a question. Since we are talking about work, are any of you calling in when 2K drops? Will everybody be at work that day?
Oh, my day's
I will
already
be
off.
working.
I take that day off. I take Madden off and I take 2K off.
Unfortunately, Monday and Tuesday are the two biggest days as far as our billing goes. So I wasn't able to take the day off, but I did get a half a day on Tuesday. I do got a half a day next Tuesday, so hey. So I'll take that over a full day.
There you go.
Hey guys, is this bad? I actually make my schedule. I make my own schedule, but I schedule myself around new release games.
Absolutely
It's called
not.
dedication.
I mean, I keep my priorities straight, man.
Hey, where do you work and are you hiring?
Look, guys, we don't have a lot. Look, somebody's phone is going off in the background. I think it might be BT.
Booty call.
It actually was. It was the wife.
You gonna get beat.
Yeah, I was right.
Hey, VT said that quick.
Yeah, you're not getting me in trouble.
Yeah, look, we trying to get VT in trouble. That's what you do. If you come on this podcast and you're in a relationship, we're gonna try to get. Nah, we're not gonna try to get you in trouble. Hey guys, time's running low, so I do want to let you guys know I appreciate all of you guys showing up. As usual, man, let's go ahead and give these quick shout outs before we get out of here. Coach 2K, did you want to give a shout out to anybody before we get out of here?
You mean as far as other people in the community?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, we got some people in our league that are pretty good. Alabama Rob is pretty good. I'd try and get him on PlayStation if you want to play him. Salute Me 757. He's also another good player. Another guy who won our league this year was Real Stick Gamer. And he, in fact, he's pretty good team-up player. In fact, they just lost in their team-up league finals. So I would check out his YouTube channel.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Do you know the channel by heart? Or?
Well, if you go to he's on Twitter. I think it's Real Stick Gamer, and also he was just on my first podcast I did a few days ago.
Oh man, you got a podcast too, man. Well, maybe one day, man. If you're not too busy, maybe one of us could get on there one day.
Definitely, I'll fire it up now if you want.
Hey, look, I wish I could, man. I got to leave out and pick up my girlfriend. Well, my fiance. Look, I'm about to get myself in trouble.
Excuses.
And once again, man, we really, really appreciate you coming through and spending some time with us, man, on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
EXO, do you got any shout-outs, man?
No, I don't think so. I guess I got to give a shout out to Sellers. VT will agree with me. Someday we'll get him on here. And Sellers and T-Bone, one day you guys are going to get on here, all right?
I had Sellers tonight. He was on the ropes, but he had some prior obligations. He really wanted to, though. He was excited. He really was.
I have a dream that one day Sellers will be on the show. Keep hope alive, fellas. Keep hope alive. VT. Shout out.
Just a shout out to everybody. As TEC grows, it's going to be because of, everybody in the community. Thanks, Coach K, for joining up here recently. Thrillz, everybody's, we're doing a lot of work on Twitter, trying to work it out that way. If anybody listening, you listen to our podcast, anybody that's in the sports and the gaming, get them to join the Editor's Corner. I mean, I got to say, we are growing pretty fast, and we do have a very, very solid core at the site. You don't have to deal with any of that riffraff you deal with at some other sites. We're not gonna be just spamming, constant threads about this or that. We bring legit gaming stuff, not just gaming, but movies. Pretty much everything. So just shout out to anybody in the gaming community.
VT, I don't mean to cut you off, but before you finish up, Adam Jones wanted me to do a TEC wrap up, but I don't have the site up, so you might be able to do it a little bit better than me, just to kind of let people know like what kind of projects are going on right now, like let them know about your project, about some of the other projects that are going on the site, if you can remember right off the top of your head.
I'm always on the site pretty much. If I'm on the computer, I'm there. Yeah, right now, we got a lot of discussions going on with NBA 2K ratings, NBA Live ratings. Turdy and Adam Jones doing a lot of talking about different ratings formulas throughout the gaming world. Also, Adam Jones he is specialized in NHL, so he has a lot of NHL information on there. We have some real world sports talks with just NFL discussions. Chaos is actually working on a NBA 2K14, what we call state of origin roster. Basically, whatever state they were born in, that they'll be on that team. What else do we have going on? Me personally, right now I'm taking a little break from basketball. I'm working on a NCAA 14 fictional roster. So should have a demo out this week. I'll have, and then as always, we are trying to recruit guys. Madden Fit. We have the Madden Bombers League there at our site, one of our sponsored sites there for Madden 15 online league. Just so much going on right now. We just want to keep expanding.
Hey, and that's great too. And on top of that, speaking of projects coming up, man, I have a big
That's what I was waiting on.
Coming up for me, Drees, and Blindside for our draft classes. I'm gonna make y'all wait though. Because, like I said, I got to talk with the guys about it. But me and BT been talking about it, and it's a big announcement. I think you guys will really enjoy it, man. So just stay tuned for that. Thrillz, you want to say you got any shout outs for the people?
Yo, just shout out to the entire TEC community. Yo, I'm so happy about the community right now, man. Just like VT said, the core is you couldn't ask for anything better. You kind of come to TEC and you got a little bit of everything. And you kind of can pick and choose what avenue you want to go, but we got something there for everybody. So I'm so happy to be a part of it. I'm so glad to see the site grow every day. My arms are open to everybody who's willing to come over. For the members who ain't got on the shout box, get on the shout box. You know what I'm saying? Just show love, man. That's what we're about. We're about having fun, enjoying ourselves, and enjoying each other, man. That's what it should be about.
Hey, damn right. And last but not least,
hang on. I do have one shout out. I almost forgot. I've got a shout out to EXO for manning up and taking his Justin Bieber avatar for his incredible start in our fantasy football league.
I was hoping you'd address that so we could clear some confusion up.
We are going to give him a chance to redeem himself, though. If he can pull off 3 wins in a row in the upcoming weeks, he will be able to remove his Justin Bieber.
I got one. 2 more to go.
But yeah, I listen, guys. Like I said, this is the first of hopefully very many of these. Like I said, it's just a relaxed podcast. Anybody that wants to get on is welcome to get on. All that we ask is that you join TEC and be an active member, man. And we'll get up here. We'll kick it with you guys. I want to give 4 shout outs, and that's it, really. Well, 5, because I always have to give a shout out to my beautiful fiance. Like I said, we're getting married on October 25th, so I want to give a shout out to her. I want to give a shout out to Adam Jones and Lady Chaos, who have both been in the chat for the entire podcast. They've been kind of manning the chat and just making sure that we remember things and reminding us about things Lady Chaos has been recording. So I really appreciate both of those individuals. But I want to give my 2 huge shout outs to Blindside and Thrillz. And the reason that I say that, and I've been meaning to do this for a long time, man, I appreciate them like really being beside me throughout this whole podcast thing. The whole thing has been a little bit rocky. I've been trying to figure out I've been trying to figure out my strengths and weaknesses, and those 2 have really just been beside me doing an equal amount, man. And I just want to give the biggest shout out to Thrillz and Blindside. So Blindside, I know you're not here. I know you're working, man. When you listen to this, man, like I said, thanks. Like I said, you like a little brother to me, man. And Thrillz, man, you here, man. I can't thank you enough, man. I appreciate you.
I got your back, bro. I got your back, man. I'm getting a Kleenex now, man. You making me cry over here, man.
And with that being said, man, we are going to call it a night, because if I don't pick up my fiance, there may not ever be another podcast again unless there's a different host. So with that being said, I'm up out of this beat. We are gone. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you guys again real soon. Say bye, everybody.
We're with the planet that was once survived. From the dawn of evolution to the end of time. Step back, I put your finger on the ground for the matter of a race. Better watch what you wish from man, 'cause the money